I'm excited this morning. Is anybody else excited?
Yes, sir.
All right. I was looking out, and some people didn't look so excited. I was like, man, we gotta get excited. Excitement is a lifestyle.
Amen.
It's what you choose.
Yep.
You choose to be excited. If there's something that makes you excited, and that's bad. Because excitement should come from inside of you. It shouldn't come from another person. Oh, I'm excited to see you, and this certain person brings you excitement. That's not true excitement, because when they leave, you're not excited anymore. Or when something happens to you, oh, I'm excited on Friday when I get paid. Guess what? Monday, you're not excited anymore. So when you get up, you roll out the bed to go to work, you go, oh, another day. I gotta go back to work. Guess what? There's no excitement in that. There should be no difference between your Friday and your Monday. And your Thursday and your Tuesday. Or your Wednesday. Or your Saturday and Sunday. There should be no difference. Either be excited or don't be excited. Because what happens whenever we are excited on Friday but not on Monday, then we have duality. We know what the Bible says about duality, about being hot and cold. It said, I'll spew you out of my mouth. Why is that? Because we are here and we're constantly feeding people. Well, if they see us on Monday and we're gloom and doom, because we got to actually get up and do something, which we should be excited about because we can get up and do something. Amen. Because we actually have to get out of the bed early and go make something out of ourselves. That's such a horrible thing to do. But because we have to do that, then we're not excited. Therefore, people see us on Monday. And most of the people have the same mindset. But then they see us on Friday and we're a completely different person. Why is that?
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Yay! I don't have to do nothing. But see, the thing is, when people see that, you're feeding them something that's not God because you're feeding them two different mindsets. You're lukewarm. You're in the middle. You don't know what you are because the excitement that God give us is not coming from inside. It's coming from outside. I don't know what this has to do with anything. But all I wanted to say was I'm excited, okay?
Go ahead. I tell them this message, you're excited every day.
Every day. And that's exciting.
Yeah.
But what I want to go to 1 John 5, and we're going to start, let's read 4 and 5. 1 John 5. Alright. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, our faith. Is that exciting?
Yes, sir.
Why is that exciting? Because why? Because overcoming the world, that's exciting. Like Pinky and the Brain. Taking over the world. That's overcoming the world. That's why Pinky and the Brain was so excited all the time. I never knew that. Some of you don't know what Pinky and the Brain is. It's okay. But who is he that overcomes the world? But he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God. Who overcome the world? Who?
Who believes?
Who believes who?
Jesus Christ is the Son.
So you mean to tell me that simply what I believe did I overcome the world?
Yeah.
Oh, that can't be it. Wouldn't it? That he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God overcomes the world. One more time. I just want to make sure I'm right here. Who is he that overcometh the world? That's a question. But he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God overcame the world.
Yes.
Alright, let's just stop right there. So something that we believe causes us to overcome the world. Have we overcome the world? Individually, have we overcome the world?
No.
Can you say that you have overcome the world? Okay. I can't say in the fullness that I've overcome the world. But it's he that believes. Okay, so if we believe, what is belief? What is belief? What is belief? Jackie, what is belief?
Believe means it's true.
You believe in something. So belief is something, it's a faith that you believe. I believe that one day somebody will come and sit in this chair. I believe that. I believe that. Why do I believe that? Well, I know it's eventually going to happen. And see, if we believe that Jesus, and we believe in Him, we believe that He is the Son of God. That's just belief. Once we believe that, all of a sudden when we really, that is the soul of who we are. That is the center. That's the core of what we are. That's what we believe. We don't believe in what man says. We don't believe in what my brother says or my mama or my daddy. All of a sudden we only believe that Jesus is the Son of God. Then all of a sudden that belief makes us overcome the world. What does that overcome the world? What does that even mean? Overcome the world is a mindset. That when something comes and is put before you as an obstacle or as a problem, that you can overcome it. See, I know people right now, a bunch of people, and as do you all, that when something happens to them, they just just fall all to pieces. It's like Asher. He'll get so upset when I'm leaving or if I do something, and he would just fall all to pieces. That's being overcome by the world. When a circumstance will make you fall all to pieces and just break down. See, we're not made for circumstances to put us in, to overcome us. Instead, we're made to overcome all things through Christ.
Amen.
All things. All things. That's what we're made to do, is overcome. And so, how do we do that? Well, we just believe. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in what He said He was going to do. That's all. If you believe me and you take my word for something and I say, you know what? I'm going to come see you on Thursday. You believe me, then you believe that I'm going to be there on Thursday. Well, Jesus has given us a whole book full of promises.
Yes.
And all we got to do is just believe. And when we just believe, we can overcome the world.
Yes, sir.
It's nothing magical. It's not some fairy tale, something that just falls and like fairy dust and we got it. All we have to do is just believe. And I look in people's lives and it upsets me because a bunch of people know this. They get this message. They've heard it time and time again, but yet their lives are chaos. You talked about chaos this morning. Their lives are chaos. Their minds are chaos. When you look at somebody and they can't, hey, this, wait, this, no, chaos. They don't believe. That's what that tells me. Because your mind should not be that, because if you believe, you have overcome those things. Where everything is easy, Mr. Rome. It's easy. It should be so easy. Your life should be so easy. I'm going to be honest with you. My life is easy. I'm not bragging. I choose for my life to be easy. It's not something that somebody gave me or somebody just makes it that way for me. No, my life could be just as chaotic as anybody else's. But I choose for my life to be easy. Because I just believe. I believe that, you know what? At the end of the month, it didn't matter if I got rained out and worked for 3 days or a week straight. I don't stress out about that. Why? Because I believe. I believe that He is my provider.
That's right.
I believe that I'm not going to lose my life in this. That this is not the worst thing that could possibly happen to me. And see, everybody, I'm saying everybody because this is what the world does. They look at a situation, a current situation they're in, and they let that dictate their whole life.
That's right.
Therefore, their focus is on this situation instead of looking past the situation and what's going to be in their future. So they have no hope and no future.
Yes.
Just believe. Alright, that was 2 scriptures we read. Alright. That's exciting though.
It is exciting.
It's exciting because we don't have to do this. Trust me when I tell you, you don't have to be overcome by the world.
Right. Amen.
But you should overcome the world by just believing. Alright, I want to skip down to 10. So that's 5:10. 1 John 5:10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not, God hath made him alive. Let's back up and read that again. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He is a witness of himself and his beliefs. Therefore, everybody else sees him as a witness because what he's doing is true. What he's doing is right. But he that believeth not, God has made him alive. You are a liar on Monday when you hate going to work. And you're a liar on Friday when you're excited to get home.
Okay.
Ooh, that's strong, ain't it?
It's strong.
You're a liar. I was a liar a long time, trust me. Okay, so don't take this as if I ain't never been a liar. Look, for the camera, for everybody, I was the liar. Okay, the big one. All right, so now that we get that out of the way, let me say that again. You're a liar whenever Monday morning you don't want to get out of the bed. You're a liar when Friday you're so excited you just can't stand yourself. Why? That's what you're bearing witness. That's what people are seeing. That's the witness that's coming out of you is duality, which is a lie. The only way is to believe. The only way to not be a liar is to believe.
Yeah.
It's to live this life that is prosperous,
Yeah.
that is good, that is to overcome the world. That's the only way to not be a liar. And that's pretty strong. And y'all can think about that and get back with me on that. But it's true. And this is the record that hath given to us eternal life. And this life is in His Son. It's in who?
Son.
Who's His Son?
Jesus.
Okay. That's where life is at. That's where eternal life is at. And he that hath the Son hath life. Okay? Who has life?
You gotta have a son.
He who has the Son.
He who believes.
He who believes. He who has the Son has life. So, and he that hath not the Son hath not life. Why? Why don't they have life? Because they don't believe. Because they're in duality. Because they're liars. And a liar cannot inherit what?
Kingdom. They're not inherit the kingdom.
Pretty tough right there. These things I had written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of God, that ye may know that ye have eternal life. I've written you this so you'll know you have eternal life. And that ye may believe on the name of the Son of God. And this is the confidence. 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 I don't care if it's not spelled right, it's don't read it. Confidence that we have in Him. That if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. There's confidence in this life of believing that if I ask anything, He'll hear me.
Yes.
Why? Because now I'm a son.
Amen. Yeah, that's good.
Now I've become a son. I become like unto Him because it's me and Him and me now.
Yes.
So when I ask, not only am I asking God, but I'm asking myself, and I'm a creator.
Okay.
So I create this in which I ask because God is in me, creating inside of me. But it's all in confidence. Alright, 15. And if we know that He hears us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desired of Him. We have the petition. What I ask of Him, what I desire of Him to give me, I have it.
Yes.
And if any man see his brother sin, okay, that's going into something else. Confidence. This word right here, that it delegates every part of our life. Our confidence. What does somebody look like who has confidence? Jeremy, do you feel confident today? Feel pretty confident? Yeah? Do you? Stand up. Show me that you're confident. Come on, let's see it. Confident. Look at that. That man is confident. Oh, look.
Yeah,
Look at his body language.
yeah.
Standing up. Shoulders back. Head looking forward, held high. He's confident. Jeremy didn't used to be confident. I know that a long time ago Jeremy was confident as he is now. A person who's not confident has his shoulders down. Their head is down. You can sit down, Mr. Confidence. Confidence. I knew I was going to pick him because I knew he's confident. But see, confidence is a way of life, and it affects every aspect of your life. Because when I walk into a room and people see me, they judge you how fast?
That fast.
Like that. That quick. They've already formed an opinion of you.
Yeah, that's right.
How do they form that opinion? Because if I'm walking in with my head held high and my shoulders back, I'm giving them a positive thought about me. And when they see me, you look at a man with confidence. You want to talk to him. You don't want to talk to somebody who's like this. Because they're not open to you. See, this confidence is in the Bible many times. But confidence, the definition, is a feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or thing. It's a firm trust. So we have our confidence in who? In Jesus. In Christ. In Him. We have our confidence in our Creator. And in that confidence, that firm belief that we have in Him, when we have that in Him, we have that in ourselves. Because He's in us. And if He's in us and I have that confidence in Him, that confidence overwhelms me because it's a firm trust. It's a trust that can't be shaken. It's a trust that has no confusion. There's no confusion in that. There's only truth in that. And in that confidence, that's what takes us to overcome the world. I heard this. I heard somebody say this. The person who is most certain, confident, influences the other people. The person who is the most certain, be them right or wrong, influences other people. So now all of a sudden this confidence and this belief that we've been talking about not only affects our life, because some people is confidently unconfident. They're so down on themselves, they're confident in that. And they live their life walking around like this. Some people's confident in the wrong things.
Yes.
Other than Christ. Because you can be confident in man. You can be confident in your own belief system. That I'm always right. I'm never wrong. That you're wrong and I'm not wrong. But when we are confident in Christ, who is the author of peace, he wrote the book on peace. Not confusion. He wrote the book on peace. He wrote the book on love. He wrote the book on winning and not losing, on overcoming and not being overcome. When you have a firm trust in Him, and then not only you have that trust in Him, but you realize and you're able to wrap it around your mind and intertwine it between your forehead that He's in me. How can you lose? That's how you overcome the world. The person who is most certain influences others. Your confidence influences other people. That's the most important part. Is that this seed that's planted inside of you. Because confidence is a seed. Confidence has to be tended to. Confidence has to be watered. so it can grow. I used to would never have stood up here and talked in front of people. I had no confidence. I used to hate, when I was younger, I used to hate getting in front of the class when I was younger. I had no confidence. But my confidence was watered, be it bad or good. I had it built inside of me. And then that confidence that I had, all of a sudden, because I carried that, yeah, it influenced me in drugs and all that kind of stuff that I went through, all hell. My confidence influenced me in hell too. But when I was able to put my trust in Him and believe on Him, all of a sudden this confidence began to grow inside of me that this is my Savior.
Yeah.
That, you know what? He's in me. And when I could realize that He's in me, now all of a sudden I'm confident that I can carry other people, because that's what He did when He carried that cross.
Yeah.
Was He carried other people's burdens on His back. And I'm confident that I could carry somebody else's weight, and I could help them find themselves and die to themselves at the cross. It's confidence. It's not about us.
Yeah.
None of this is about us.
Yeah.
Who you communicate with on a daily basis will either destroy or build your confidence. Some people in here is talking to people they shouldn't be talking to, and they know it. And guess what? They're getting lower and lower and weaker and weaker. Why? Because it's not God.
Another voice.
They're believing somebody who's not their God. They're believing something that's false, untrue. And you begin to live this lie when you associate with untruth. Because you say the right words on Friday, but on Monday your words is all wrong. This influence we have on others is the greatest. We're creators. We don't realize how powerful that is. Because if we can create, and we can create others new lives. You can offer them opportunities through this confidence we're talking about, and through the things that your Creator created in you. Now you can spread it to others. But you can't spread it like this. It's hard for me to not be confident now. It overwhelms me. But it didn't start that way. I'm just challenging people. Let's look at our lives. Are we the same as Monday as Friday? Are we believing on the right God? Are we believing on Christ? Or are we believing in others? Because your life depicts that. People don't. This is a hard message, what we teach here. It's very hard. Why is it hard? Well, because we ain't sitting in here playing patty cake, telling you everything's going to be all right.
We have to change.
You're forced to change. You're forced to either change or sit here and be mad with me every time I talk about it. Or leave.
It makes you do.
You have to do it. And see, that's why this is, it's strong here. It's strong here. Because you're going to get it, and we're going to go, because we're going. We're going. Like it or not, we're going. You're going to get it and go, or you're going to get left behind. That's the true left behind. You're going to get left behind in the world. Wondering where everybody went. But the whole time, yeah, this heaven that we're going to, because we're getting in there every day. We're getting closer and slipping up in there. Every day, we're getting more and more and more and more. Every Sunday, we're getting closer and closer. That we should be. I'm speaking for myself. As a whole, I believe we are too. But we're grabbing more and more and more. But guess what? Every time, we have to do more. We have to take another step to get rid of ourselves. There's some things that's coming back around in this house right now it's old patterns. It's old patterns. And guess what? We ain't dealing with old stuff no more. We're moving forward.
Yes, sir.
And I hate to tell you, but guess what? If I see old patterns, I promise you we're not going back that way. I will tell you. Like it or not. Because where we're going is far more important. Why? Because we're believing on Him.
Yes, yes,
And we're going to overcome the world.
yes.
And if you don't want to overcome the world, then stay in the world. But we're going to overcome the world.
Yes.
We're doing a takeover. And it's individually. We must overcome our own world. How can you possibly help somebody else with your little phone ministry that you have every day? On the phone ministering every day. When you ain't even overcome yourself, because all of a sudden your phone ministry turns into gossip like that.
No.
And now you're just talking about somebody else's world when your world is in shambles. Pick up your own world and stop worrying about somebody else.
That's right. That's right.
You can't fix their world. You can't even fix your own world. I know I was there trying to worry about somebody else's world. When you overcome your world, you don't seek to fix somebody else's. They seek you to fix it.
That's right.
That's good.
But it's in confidence. Confidence that what? Confidence that I'm a winner and not a loser.
Come on.
I'm a warrior. I'm not going to be defeated.
Victorious. Amen.
I'm victorious.
Yes.
That when I move, God moves. Why? Because God is in me.
That's right.
And what I ask of Him shall be done. Why? Because it's in His will, because I am His will.
Yes, yes. That's
Amen,
good.
amen.
That's good.
We don't know who we are because we have no confidence in Him to believe in Him. But when we start to believe in Him, our confidence is going to grow not only in Him, but in us. Why? Because I'm in Him and He's in me.
Yes, yes.
It's a win-win for everybody. So I heard a man talking. And I like people who talk about change. I love it. I love people to talk about change. I want you to put something on me that makes me push myself harder. I want you to call me out in what I'm doing and in my laziness. I want you to call me out of my laziness and make me do something harder and make me do something different than I was doing before. Because that's how you grow. That's how you accomplish the mark in which you should accomplish. Because we all have a mark in our life. So I was listening to a man talking. And he was talking about a little shift in direction. A small, I think he used a millimeter shift in direction is all it may take. Just a small
That's right.
is all it may take. And see, we can't, that's all it may take to gain this confidence. It's just a small shift in what we're doing. I'm not sitting here, I'm not trying to slam nobody. But But I'm trying to tell you that if it's not working for you, we got to change. Even if it's just 1 millimeter or 1 inch. So while he was talking about that, I started thinking about building. If I'm building something, and I start out, imagine a 90-degree angle right here, it's straight. Well, in building, everything has to be square. So if I'm building a footprint of a house, and the foundation, it has to be square. Because if that's not square, the whole structure is going to be out of whack.
That's right, that's right.
So from the very foundation, I have to have a 90-degree angle. So the old school way of getting that angle is a string line. That's the most accurate way to get the angle that you need, is by using strings. So if I was to start right there and pull a 90-degree angle on the string all the way back to that wall, and I knew it was just dead on. Well, what would happen if I got that 1 millimeter right here? By the time I got to that wall, it'd be 10 inches.
Yeah.
It'd be 10 inches out. I know, because I had dug footings and messed up big time, and it cost a lot of money. It would be 10 inches out by the time I got to that wall. Sometimes just the smallest shift in your life, the smallest change that you could possibly make. Maybe it's a person that you need to disassociate yourself with. Maybe it's a person that you need to associate yourself with.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a thought that I'm not always right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a thought that I can do better. The smallest change can affect your whole direction and can throw you way off your projected path. And we see it in our lives all the time. We see whenever things aren't going our way, and all of a sudden, what I do is say, hold on, something ain't right. And I turn and look back. And what am I doing wrong? Where am I? Because things are supposed to work in my favor. Because I have overcome the world. So, where did I step off a track? Where did I get out of whack a little bit? The slightest change, just a little bit, can throw off your whole projection. And see, whenever we start to frame our world, and we start to throw in the next wall, and the next wall, now all of a sudden the whole structure is out. So now when I go to set my floor joist in, all of a sudden they're 4 inches longer on this side. Then when I put my roof on, the whole thing's out of square, so structurally it's not holding the weight it should hold, and your house will crumble. See, there's times in our life when our house crumbles. Well, when your house crumbles, it's about the best time in your life you could ever be. Because now you can start anew. Some people's house is constantly crumbling, but they keep on doing the same things, not making the correct change. Change is hard. When I dug that foot that was out, when I dug it, all of a sudden we had to come back and re-dig the whole side of the foot. Then we had to put rebar in to connect those two footings together. And I don't know if y'all know, but concrete is very expensive. It costs a lot of time, of money. See, there's things in your life that's costing you a lot of time and money, and it's costing you your confidence, and it's costing you your life. Why? Well, I'm going to take it all the way back and say it's because you don't believe. Am I wrong in saying that? We can't, and it's a growth thing. Belief is, it's like trust. Well, if I trust somebody, I don't just jump out there trusting them. I'm gaining trust in somebody. It's such as you, it's just like God. At first, you don't know, well, I'm going to try this thing with God. I'm trying. Well, that worked out. That worked out. But when you can finally get into them and you just believe, no matter what, that every aspect of your life is covered. Because He's in me. He's walking with me. His steps are my steps. That's when we overcome the world. That's what we're put here to do, is overcome the world. For no other reason. We're not put here to die. We're put here to live and live abundant life while we're overcoming the world. It's time for change. 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 Say it. Change. 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 If you're not happy with yourself, change. If you're not happy with somebody else, change. Yeah. Change yourself, change somebody else. You don't have to be around that person. They're causing you pain. Change. If there's a circumstance in your life with people in it that you love that is causing you harm, oh, this is real big right here. Change. Get out of it. Stop messing around with it.
Yes.
Family. Did y'all catch that? I said family.
Yeah.
Change. If you're not overcoming, then you change. And you change again, and you continue to change until you overcome. And the whole time while you're doing it, guess what? You believe. That way when you wake up on Monday morning, you're excited because you're going somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Other than work. You're going somewhere that's going to prosper your life. That you're going to grow today. You're going to gain something today other than a paycheck. I can't sit at home. I cannot possibly sit at home. I would go work for free to be doing something. Why? Because I know along the way I'm going to meet somebody, or I'm going to do something, or I'm going to see something that's going to change the way I think, and it's going to change my direction to further me in God.
Yes, sir.
You ain't going to do that sitting at home on Facebook. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Don't want to hear that either. I know. But guess what? It's the truth. You think you're changing somebody. Change is a relationship. A relationship when I can sit down with you and we can walk this life together. That's change. That's a true definition of change, because there's people all around you. And while you're changing, guess what? They're like, did you see? Do you see what he did? Well, he never did that before. Look at him now. But I saw what he did. So that's what, when he did that, this happened. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should try that. We're just another book. People's reading and reading and reading us all the time. Walking book. What are we telling? Is this right here?
Zombies. Walking dead.
What are you doing with your life? Think about what you're really doing. Think about if that computer screen won't there, that cell phone won't there. What are we doing? What are you accomplishing? Nothing, because guess what? I couldn't tell you the last thing that I read on Facebook. I couldn't tell you. And none of you can tell me either. Why? Because it's unimportant. It means nothing to nobody. It's a giant waste of time. Change. Get up and make change. Guess what? What did I do?
Change.
Now what? I changed something, so what? Now y'all are forced to act different. You're forced to walk around that chair.
That's right. Go ahead. That's good.
You're forced to go around this thing now. You didn't have to do that before.
Right.
Move your life around like that. You ain't accomplishing nothing or moving anything by looking at a cell phone or a computer.
Amen.
Move your life around.
Amen.
Change things around you. And watch other people change around you. Like I said, I'm sorry. My excitement comes from the confidence of who I know I am. I didn't used to have that. I didn't. I rarely get upset now. I do. I used to couldn't say that. That is, I mean, there's no greater feeling to. The reason why you get upset is because you feel a certain way about something that you don't like.
Amen.
Well, if all of a sudden you look from a different perspective at your life about the situations that's in your life, and you see that, you see an opportunity. That's exciting instead of depressing. That's confidence in Him. That you know that on the other side of this is something good for me. On the other side of this battle, that land is over there that's going to be mine. And all I got to do is win this battle. And then you look back on what God did for you. Because I defeated the bear and the lion.
Yes.
So this Goliath ain't nothing.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
What are y'all crying about? This dude, what are y'all doing? He's mocking your God.
Right.
Guess what? You're mocking your own God by living the lie that you're living. You're mocking your God. You're saying that He ain't greater than that situation or that Goliath that's in your life. Why, how am I possibly saying that? Because you won't go fighting. You promised to win. And then when you win, guess what? The whole army is yours. The whole land is yours. Everything is yours. Your inheritance of what He gave you is on the other side.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So stop. Goliath, man. It's Goliath. God, I can't fight that dude. I don't want to. No confidence. So, get excited. Be confident in where you're going and who you believe in, and let's go.
Yes, sir.
Because we're going. I'm going to say it one more time. I just want to make sure this is plain and clear. We
Yes.
are going somewhere
Yes.
that's going to be great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Number one. So that was number one. Number two. If you're not willing to change, you're going to get left behind. That's number two. Number three is I wouldn't suggest that because it's no fun. And there's no life in it. And if you really want to live, then change. And if you really want to change, then let's go. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I'm already seeing in my life, I have so destined in my mind that this next year is just going to be just amazing. That I can't even fathom what's going to happen next year. I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing it lining up for me. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. That song, full of him.
Yeah.
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 So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys. Love you.